early teens, um, grandfather Emerson, my mom's dad, got cancer in October of 1984. As you can see in the middle there, I spent a lot of time doing that, just outside, shooting, throwing football around, and just could not stand being inside. With, in addition to my father moving in, he also brought his alcoholism to our family. Um, I mentioned that my mom spent a lot of time out when I was younger. She was in the early start of her alcoholism, and coupled with the two of them, that was pretty rampant in our house. So I spent a lot of time, like I said, outside of the house because I just couldn't get away from it. In December of 1984 is when my grandfather passed away. The reason I bring him up is because most of the time when I was growing up, we A, didn't have a phone, and B, we typically didn't have a car, and we lived about 7 or 8 miles out of town. My grandfather Emerson would pick me up after practice. I'd ride the bus to school. He'd pick me up. He made sure I had the shoes just like everybody else had on the team. He also made sure that I got picked up and taken home. When he passed away in 1984, nobody asked if I was doing okay. None of my coaches, none of my teachers, none of my parents, relatives asked me if I was okay. I just had to be tough. In the face of him passing away, I just had to be tough. And it's not a coping skill to have, because what do I need to do to be tough? I went to the coping skill that I had then, and that was sports and school and friendships. But how was I going to get home from practices if he wasn't alive?